chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Antonio Marshals. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from San Antonio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And this one is incomplete. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Rose. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Oh, nice. Saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss it to Coleman, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Deion Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go.
This is Coleman, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54. That's a run. They're running it. Kill.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Detroit!
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks. And while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Ryan on first down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Connects with Sanu right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his man Hilton. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
54, south.
Here's Coleman on the toss. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Coleman. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit, Ball pops out, incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there. See how that recipe works. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
Set, 3-19. 3-19.
The pitch to Fournette. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
You got it. You got it. Three down. Alert flare.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. No, check, Patriot.
A handoff to Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Fournette. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's got room. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 51 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now Leonard Fournette. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. One score down. Here we go.
No.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun! 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 Detroit! 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 Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man, it's Allen. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
21! Let's go!
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Atlanta, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.